Welcome, everyone. I apologize for that. I don't know why it just wasn't initiating, but now it has, and that's great. So happy that you guys can join me. I'm going to move the camera back so you can get a whole body shot. Have a nice seat, get comfortable for our yoga session. I just wanted to welcome you aboard. And welcome to the first edition of the Activa Wellness Series. We're really happy to have you here. Thanks so much. If you haven't done so already, please click subscribe now to keep up with content that we update on this channel. And you can even follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Both Activa Clinics and myself, Genix, personally, you can follow. For those who are brand new, welcome. Just to let you know about Activa. We are proud to be Canada's leading providers of comprehensive healthcare services, providing wellness services in the areas of chiropractic care, physiotherapy, massage therapy, acupuncture, orthotics, foot care, laser therapy, and a lot more. They also specialize in WSIB claims, assessments, MVA rehabs, and they accept EHC and private patients with direct easy billing, which is amazing. And to see a full menu of a list of services, you can always go to activaclinics.com. And a little bit about myself. My name is Jen, and a lot of people know me as Genix, which is a little nickname that has followed me throughout my time. I'm a singer-songwriter and a yogi. I have been introduced into yoga when I was 17, loved it ever since. And I've been a teacher now with, I got my teacher's training with Sivananda International Vedanta Center, highly acclaimed, beautiful yoga ashram and program. That was already 15 years ago. I've owned my own studio. I help corporations, clients, and clinics. I bring yoga to the table, and I offer also assisted stretch, which is a hands-on yoga as well. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to go through just a little body basic stretch so we can relieve some pain, maybe just bring a little more body awareness, help you relax, feel good, something that you can actually do at home, which is always, great. Even a little bit is better than nothing. So getting started, we'll just do a very basic, just head to toe, just follow along. If you have any questions, you can, that's so cute, take it easy, first timers. Yeah, we're gonna do it really easy and gentle. And if anything, it's gonna bring a lot of body awareness to what your body's doing right now and how your body's feeling. So you might notice, hey, my neck is a little more sore than usual. Or, oh, you know what? I do feel a little bit of a crookedness in my shoulder. Or, you know what? My lower back is actually a problem. So we can always, at the end, if you have any questions, I'll feel free to post them and I'll take a look at the end. And so we'll do a brief session, just like a little intro, and then we can do some questions, and you can also contact me direct if you'd like. Okay, so I'm gonna put some music on. I always feel like it always is a little more soothing and gentle with music. So we'll get started with a little bit of music. So sitting on the floor with a straight spine, nice and erect. We're just going to connect to our breath. If you can't sit cross-legged, that's fine. You can always have a leg out, or if you need two legs, no problem. Okay. So we want to have an elongated spine. And we're just going to bring ourselves to our breath. Just to ground ourselves from the day, let's place our hands on our chest and our heart. And we're just going to ground ourselves here in the present moment, here and now. The key here is to breathe from the nose and belly. So as we inhale, the belly's rising big. As we're exhaling softly, the belly falls back down. So just let's get grounded, just watching our breath, connecting to our heart, our inner self, our inner body. We just know for the next half hour, this is our time, nothing we need to do or think about. We just give ourselves this present moment Nose, belly breath, centered at our heart. Excellent. And we'll just drop our hands and our chin right down to our chest. So right away, you should feel a nice gentle stretch. We don't want to overdo it, just enough to feel that gentle stretch. And we're going to bring the chin all the way over to one shoulder as if we're going right to one shoulder. You'll feel a little gentle stretch here. Let's do that nose, belly breath from here. We're just getting started. And chin to chest. Rolling the opposite way. Take a few breaths here, that nose, belly breath. And let's do one more time. Opposite side. We're going to take the opposite arm away from us, just to add that little stretch. Even wiggle the fingers. You can feel that even just a tiny wiggle of the fingers makes a difference. Let's use our other hand on our head to just add a little more. Just the weight. We're not yanking, but just the weight on our hand to just contribute to that stretch a bit more. Excellent. And dropping our arms, chin to chest, to the opposite shoulder. Feeling that initial stretch. Let's reach out an arm. Nose, belly breath again. Wiggling the fingers. And let's place just the weight again of our palm on our head to add to the stretch as we breathe. Excellent. And back to a straight spine center. So let's do a little bit of shoulders. We're going to up, back, and around. Really an exaggerated roll. Really big, exaggerated roll. Excellent. And let's reverse directions. You can sometimes feel a little crunchiness in the shoulders, a few knots. I don't know if anyone's really without them. But every time we do yoga and stretch it out, it always makes us feel better. Let's take one arm. We're going to grab around the elbow just gently. Almost to our maximum stretch. Again with that nose, belly breath. And as if you're sending the breath right to the shoulder. Excellent. Same elbow reaching up over. And we're just going to gently take a whole side approach. So it's like shoulder and side back. Excellent. And while we're here, we're just going to grab the other elbow. Bring it over a whole side stretch to the back. Just a few breaths. Should feel nice and easy. And let's drop the shoulder. Bring it over, a nice gentle stretch. As if you're sending the breath right to the shoulder where you feel the stretch. Excellent. And back to center. Let's take our feet. We're going to move down the body into our hips. So placing our feet together and just have a nice, easy flexibility. We don't want to hold too rigidly, okay? Just a nice, easy flexibility. Holding in our feet as much as we can. We're going to hold onto our feet. And imagine we're going to inhale as we extend the spine. So inhale, extend our spine. Straight spine. We're going to exhale with that straight spine forward. And just dropping to where we can. Notice if you're holding any tension in the inner thigh, so just let it go with our breath. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can even use the elbows to just press down the legs a little more. You can just connect with your eyes closed, a few breaths to the hip. And let's drop our head at the same time, just adding some upper body swaying to the head. And let's see if we can reach out the hands to the floor a little bit further. See if we can just do a little Stretch over to the side, head to the knee, few breaths here. And as if you're just really breathing into the side of the back and the hips. Always give things about a 5-count breath. It's a good measure of holding 5 counts of a breath. And what we do to one side, we always do to the other. So crossing over as far as we can. A few, maybe 5 breaths here too. Excellent. And let's come back to center. Let's take both arms. We're going to inhale up. Keep that straight spine again. We're going to go all the way to the floor. Hands in front of you to the floor. Drop our head. Just going to get a little sink into the hips a little lower. And rising up. Excellent. Let's do a little more. Reaching both hands back behind us. Fingers pointed outwards. Our heart right to the ceiling. We're going to open up. And as if we're just going to roll back our shoulders. Opening up our chest. Take some big, nice deep breaths here. Let the head fall back. No neck tension. Enjoy these big, open, long breaths. Excellent. If you can handle a little bit more, try this. Lifting off the bottom as we push right up and open. And if you can still handle a bit more, see if you can go side to side. Just swing the hips a little more open as we breathe here. Excellent. And back to center. Let's take both legs stretched out in front of us. Excellent. We're going to do a forward bend. Always listen to your body. Do what you can. Don't overdo it. You want to be at a level 8, not a 10 where it's your maximum. Just a little bit back from your maximum. So again, inhaling, raising our arms up. Exhaling, reaching forward, and wherever you can grab, it doesn't matter if you can only touch the legs, that's fine. If you can touch the feet, it's not a competition in yoga, it's just you with you. So dropping the head, a few breaths here. We can also add that little side sway in the beginning just to ease up our muscles a little more. And let's keep going in the same pose. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sinking, reaching a little bit forward. And you can do this till you reach your max. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dropping forward. And just finding that sweet calmness in the pose as you breathe. Excellent. And let's rise up to center. Let's do a little bit for the hips, and then we'll end with the back. So grabbing the right leg. Let's start with the right. We're just going to grab the foot and knee if we can. Let's just open up some of the mobility in the hip. Just a nice open. Great. And we're going to place our foot right over top of our left. Bringing in ourselves nice and close. We're going to take the right hand behind us. And we're going to take the left, swinging all the way around past the knee. And as if we're going to push against the knee as we look behind us. This is called the spinal twist. It's excellent for the lower back. So a few of these breaths. As if you're pushing off the knee, looking behind you. And just breathe into the spine. Excellent. Leaving the legs here just with our arms. Let's counter the opposite way gently. Excellent. Let's leave our foot here if we can for a moment. If it's too much, if you feel any pain, you can always drop the foot by your side, but pass like behind the kneecap. And let's go straight for the leg one more time. It's going to give a different kind of interesting stretch here. So a few breaths, head to knee. Excellent. And rising up. What we did to the right, let's do to the left. So bending the knee, grabbing the foot, starting with a gentle hip opener as we walk open. Excellent. And flat foot over top of our right leg, pulling in with a straight spine and knee, reaching now with the left hand behind us. And we're going to take the right all the way over the knee as we push gently, looking behind us, a few breaths. Excellent. And just with the arms, unwinding, countering the opposite way. And back to center. Excellent. And let's do that one more time with this leg. So just a little bit above the kneecap, we're just going to slide forward, holding where we can. Few breaths here. Excellent. And rising up. Let's bring both legs apart. Almost like the splits. Don't worry. Go with what you can. We're gonna push ourselves just that little bit more closer to really just activate the inner groin area, and just gently with our hands out. Let's draw it forward, a few breaths here. And although this is a deep leg stretch, let's add the upper body and back too. So might as well do 2 versus 1 pose, right? So in the same leg pose, let's reach over to the right. So we're gonna place our hand over to the right and up and over with our left. So as if you're following the arch of a rainbow up. We don't wanna be just leaning forward. It's actually up and over, as far over as we can. We don't wanna slouch and crunch. We wanna, as if we're looking right underneath our arm. So you can feel that nice added stretch here and in the legs. And using a breath. Excellent. Rising up. Just take a nice gentle breath. And getting ready. Sliding in, up and over. No slouching forward. We don't want to slouch forward. We want up and over as far as we can. A few more breaths as if you're looking under the arm. Excellent. And back to center. Let's take a little breath here. Excellent. And we're going to lie down on the stomach. This one's for the low back too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a small cobra. Let's take just a few breaths here at the back. And we're just going to slide our elbows underneath our shoulders and just a gentle look forward. Send that breath to the lower back. And we're just going to look to one foot of ours. You see how that changes the stretch. And gently looking to the opposite foot. Excellent. And let's take a little break. Few breaths to our back. I'm going to show you a relief for the low back too, if you have, because I do see some people with some low back pain. This one's always a great one. So lifting up the heels, a nice little pull to the buttocks, heels to the bum. So this is great for the low back. And then a little sway, just gently sway the legs side to side. This really relieves a lot of low back tension. doing that one. And if you felt okay in the small Cobra and you want to do that one again and it's enough, go for it. So back onto the elbows. If you think you can do a little bit more, let's give it a try. Reaching palms under the shoulders, tucking in the elbows, roll back the shoulders. We're going to lift all the way up. Just a slight bend in the elbows, not fully locking, just an ever so slight bend. And we don't want to shrug the shoulders. We want those shoulders up and back. And just breathe to your back. And slowly lowering, making a little pillow. Let's do that one more time with swaying the legs, just to relieve a little bit of low back pressure. Excellent. While we're here, let's open our legs like a frog, as wide as we can. And if we can, feet together here. We're just going to allow the floor to open up our hips. Few big breaths. And if you'd like to work a little bit more in the back, even to just strengthen the back, let's bring both hands out in front of us. And as if we're just going to lift off from the ground, both hands lifting off. Strong breath here. This is not only a good stretch, but it actually increases our strength in our back. We have a strong back. It's always beneficial. Working on your core strength is so essential. And let's take a break again. Coming back. One more sway of the legs. And let's push into a child's pose. So a child's pose is a resting pose. It's going to ultimately be whatever is comfortable for you. So some people like knees together. Some people like knees apart. I find it's a little more comfortable for me, knees apart, toes touching. And what we're going to do is, this one's a nice big shoulder one. So just the resting pose, we just come and just rest in front of us. But if we'd like a little bit more, we can also stretch out the arms, bringing the knees 90 degrees, and we're going to drop the face and chest. We are getting into the shoulder. This is such a nice big shoulder and upper back stretch. Excellent. And we're going to do the famous downward dog. So how we do that is we curl our toes. We want our feet hip width apart, curling up, and like a strong mountain. If you can see my legs, we want extended as much as possible, strong and head to chest here. And let's stretch one calf by bending in one knee, stretching into the other calf. And one more, head to knee here, nice and strong. And see if we can walk our hands right to our feet. Let's hang here for a moment. Just sway any back tension we may have, any tight back. And let's do one last forward bend. So reaching for the legs. If we can, a gentle pull to the legs. With our nose belly breath. Excellent. And extending out our arms, up and back, standing up, nice and tall. And coming to a seated position. And a few breaths, just aware of how you feel. Excellent. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Doesn't look like we have too much more time because we started late. I'll go a little bit late. So I just wanted to make sure if you had any questions or anything that I can take them now for you. If anyone had a question, I'll just look on the sidelines to see if anyone has any questions. Also, if you enjoyed it and you think, hey, this feels good, this is something I can get into, you can always book a session at the clinic, or you can always email. I'll send my email. It's info, info at Genix, genikz.com. So info at genix.com. You can always email me direct also. Yeah, so any questions? I guess not many questions, which is okay. You can always email me direct too if you have any questions or concerns. But I want to thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the session. And so someone's saying lower back. I'm not sure what the question is, but I know a lot of people suffer with lower back. So you can even ask your chiropractor at the clinic. You can book in a session and see if yoga is actually good for and right for your treatment. When I meet with clients, I custom tailor to their pains, aches, and their goals and their health goals. So everyone's different, right? So you're looking for some lower back stretches. Okay, so we'll go through a few of those. So remember, the side bends are really good. You can even get a little bit more pushing off. Okay. The ones that we did with the legs, remember the kicking of the legs, the swing of the legs? And the Cobras that we just did are really good ones too. Also forward bends. Nice forward bend, standing up or seated. So basically, the ones that we did were really good for low back. And I know it's a very short session, so there's not much that you can do in this little time. But if you would like actually a low back session, I can even go into it with you very much in greater depth and just focusing on that. Another thing is with the low back is you want to strengthen your core, because once your core is strong, your back automatically is going to strengthen. So, because the muscles are all interconnected here. So also low back is linked to financial instability. So first, when we feel things emotionally, then they end up coming physically. So just to look at, low back is usually financial strain. It's like, oh, you first were feeling the low back. I know it's very interesting. And if you would like more, I could definitely, you could definitely reach out to me, and I will customize a lower back session for you, or any other kind of problem area that you're experiencing. So I'll leave my site. So basically, I am a singer-songwriter and a yogi too. So you can go to genikz.com, genikz.com, and I'll put my info also. And just remember, if you feel any pain and it's still lingering, like if your pain symptoms linger here, be sure to visit the chiropractor or the physiotherapist to assess your pain and to treat you. And we can always add yoga as an addition to that, because I know yoga has benefited my life and my body in so many ways. It's unbelievable. And remember that we are available to do a virtual consult first before you come in. So you can log on to activaclinics.com and book a session. And we will announce the winner of the 30-minute free massage tomorrow. So please check your emails and stay safe. And don't forget to sign up for the next session. And the next session, we're going to do breathing and meditating. Nice little tips on that too. So thanks again for joining me. And I hope to hear from you. And if you'd like to connect, reach out either to the clinic or to myself. And I thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste.